I'm going to show you 6 fluid checks that cost you $200 every time a mechanic does them. These checks take 5 minutes total and require 0 tools. While quick lube shops charge $29.99 per fluid inspection, you can do all 6 in your driveway for free. This is true cost auto. Most cars have fluid reservoirs designed for owner checks, with see-through tanks and easy access caps. Your owner's manual even tells you to check these monthly, but mechanics turn basic maintenance into a profit center. Coming up, I'll show you exactly where each fluid sits, what level it should be at, and what color means trouble. You'll also learn the one fluid check that prevents $3,000 engine damage, and the fluid most mechanics top off without asking, then charge you for. By the end, you'll never pay for a fluid inspection again. Your car was designed for you to check this stuff. The caps are bright colors, the tanks are see-through. Your owner's manual has diagrams. This isn't mechanic knowledge. This is basic ownership. The manufacturers literally designed these reservoirs so you could check them yourself. That's why every cap is bright yellow or bright orange or has a giant windshield symbol on it. That's why every single tank is see-through plastic. They expect you to do this monthly, but somewhere along the way, Jiffy Lube and Valvoline convinced people that popping your hood requires a certified technician. It doesn't. Here's what most people do because they're busy and don't realize how much money they're throwing away. They go to the quick lube every 3 months, pay $160 for a multi-point fluid inspection. The shop pops the hood, looks around for 5 minutes, and says everything's fine, nothing wrong, never is. Do that for 2 years, and you've just spent $1,280 for someone to open your hood 8 times and tell you what you already knew, everything's fine. I'm going to show you how to do this entire check yourself in 5 minutes. Same exact check, $0. What are you going to do with that $1,280? Maybe a weekend trip. Maybe knock out some credit card debt. Maybe just keep it in your pocket where it belongs. Instead of handing it to Jiffy Lube for work, you can do yourself in less time than it takes to drive there. Let me show you what they're doing. Engine oil, the dipstick scam. Pop your hood, look for a bright yellow or orange loop. On a Honda Civic, it's bright orange right on top of the engine. Toyota Camry has a yellow dipstick on the driver's side. Ford F-150 with the 5.0 has a yellow loop front and center. You can't miss it. They made it obvious on purpose. Pull it all the way out. Wipe it with a paper towel. Push it back in. Pull it out again. Look at the end. You'll see 2 marks, min and max. Your oil should be between them. That's it. That's the whole check. 30 seconds. Now here's what fresh oil looks like. Amber, honey-colored. As you drive, it turns brown, then black. People freak out when they see black oil. They think something's wrong. Black oil is fine. It means the oil is doing its job cleaning your engine. You only change it when you hit your mileage. 5,000 to 7,500 for conventional, 10,000 for synthetic. But if your oil looks like a chocolate milkshake, you've got a problem. That's coolant mixing with oil. Head gasket failure. I've seen this dozens of times. People ignore it for months because they don't check their oil. By the time they bring it to me, the engine is destroyed. A $3,000 head gasket job becomes an $8,000 engine replacement, all because they didn't spend 30 seconds pulling a dipstick once a week. Jiffy Lube charges $29.99 to do what I just described. Pull dipstick, look at it, put it back, 30 seconds, $29.99. Coolant, the see-through tank. They charge you to look at this one, kills me because it's the easiest check on the planet. You don't even touch anything. You just look, pop your hood, find the translucent plastic tank. On a Honda Civic, it's passenger side near the front. Toyota Camry, it's driver's side near the firewall. Ford F-150 passenger side with a black cap. The tank is see-through. You can literally see the coolant inside without opening anything. 2 lines on the side, cold and hot. When your engine is cold, the level sits at cold. When it's hot, it rises to hot. That's normal. Coolant expands when heated. Basic physics. Now look at the color. Honda uses blue. Toyota uses pink or red. Ford uses yellow-orange. Whatever color yours is, It should be one solid color, bright and clean. If it's rusty brown, you've got corrosion. If it has particles floating around your system, is breaking down. Here's the scam. Dealerships charge $150 for coolant flushes. They'll tell you it needs flushing every 30,000 miles. Most coolants last 100,000 miles now. Prestone claims 150,000 on their extended life formula. If your coolant is still the right color and at the right level, you don't need a flush. I had a guy come in once. Dealership told him his coolant was dirty and needed a $180 flush. I popped his hood. The coolant was bright pink. Perfect. Not a thing wrong with it. He had 45,000 miles on the car. Toyota says change it at 100,000. They tried to charge him $180 for a service he didn't need for another 55,000 miles. Quick lube shops check this by opening your hood and looking at the tank for 10 seconds. They charge $29.99. Brake fluid, the fear tactic upsell. This is the fluid shops love to scare you with because everyone's terrified their brakes will fail. Pop your hood. Look for a small square or rectangular reservoir near the firewall on the driver's side. Black or yellow cap, Honda Civic. It sits right in front of the driver. Toyota Camry driver's side near the firewall. Ford F-150, mounted to the master cylinder driver's side. The tank has MN and max lines. Your fluid sits between them. Brake fluid should be clear or light amber, like apple juice. Over time, it absorbs moisture and turns darker. Dark amber is fine. Brown is getting old. Black means contaminated and needs replacing. But here's what they don't tell you. As your brake pads wear down, your fluid level drops slightly. That's normal. The fluid moves into the calipers to compensate for thinner pads. So if your fluid is at MN, it might just mean you need pads soon, not that you need fluid. Never top off brake fluid unless you just replaced pads. If you top it off, then replace pads. The fluid has nowhere to go when you push the pistons back, can damage the master cylinder. Now the big scam. Shops say brake fluid needs changing every year. It doesn't. Most manufacturers say every 3 years, or 36,000 miles. Some say never unless contaminated. They charge $100 to $150 for a flush you probably don't need. I check mine every 3 months. Takes 10 seconds. I open the hood. I look at the reservoir. I see light amber fluid between MN and max. I close the hood. Done. Shops charge $29.99 for that exact same 10-second look. Power steering fluid. The $35 top-off, they don't fix. First thing you need to know is a lot of new cars don't have this fluid anymore. Many vehicles after 2015 use electric power steering, no fluid involved. But if your car was made before 2015, you probably have hydraulic steering. Pop your hood. Look for a small round reservoir, black or silver cap, sometimes says PS or has a steering wheel icon. Usually passenger side near the front. Honda Civic with hydraulic steering, it's near the front passenger side. Older Toyota Camry's driver's side near the front. Ford F-150 passenger side mounted to the pump. Min and Max marks on the side. Your fluid should be clear, pink, or amber, depending on type. Honda uses clear Honda fluid. Most domestics use red Mercon ATF. Some European cars use green Pentosan. Here's the thing about power steering fluid. It almost never needs topping off. The system is sealed. If your level drops, you have a leak. Usually rack and pinion seals or a pressure hose. I've seen this scam 100 times. Customer comes in. Shop says power steering fluid is low. They charge $35 to top it off. Customer drives away happy. 2 weeks later, fluid is low again. They go back. Shop says you need a new rack and pinion, $800 to $1,200. The shop knew about the leak the first time. They just wanted to charge you twice. Once for the $35 top off, once for the $800 repair. If they told you about the leak immediately, you would have only paid once. Check your power steering fluid monthly. If it drops, look under your car. Pink or red fluid under the front means a leak. Get it fixed before the pump runs dry. Pump costs $250. Rack and pinion costs $800 to $1,200. Washer fluid. The $10 charge for $1 of fluid. This is the most obvious scam of all. Pop your hood. Look for the biggest reservoir under there. Blue cap, windshield icon. The tank is completely see-through. Honda Civic passenger side near the front, Toyota Camry driver side, Ford F-150 passenger side holds over a gallon. You can see exactly how full it is just by looking. If it's low, you pour in washer fluid. Rain-X costs $4 per gallon at Walmart. Prestone de-icer costs $6 in winter. Takes 30 seconds to fill. Quick lube shops charge $10 to top this off. They use the cheapest bulk fluid they can buy. Costs them maybe $1. They charge you $10. Then they say it's included in your service so you don't question it. Over a year, if you fill it 4 times, that's $40 you just saved on the easiest maintenance task in existence. One thing though, in winter use de-icer formula. Regular fluid freezes at 32 degrees. I learned this the hard way in Chicago. Use summer fluid in January. Lines froze and cracked. $150 to replace the pump and lines. Now I keep a gallon of Prestone de-icer in my garage. Stays liquid to -30. Transmission fluid. The $300 flush you don't need yet. This one varies by vehicle. Some have dipsticks, some are sealed, some have see-through reservoirs. If you have a dipstick, it's usually red or yellow near the back of the engine. Honda Civic with CVT has no dipstick, it's sealed. Older Toyota Camrys with traditional automatic have a red dipstick near the firewall. Ford F-150 has a yellow dipstick passenger side. Big difference here. You check transmission fluid with the engine running in park, not like oil where the engine is off. Start your car, let it run a minute. Pull the dipstick while running. Wipe it, reinsert, pull it out. Check the level. Fluid should be bright red or pink. Valvoline Max Life ATF is bright red. Mobile 1, synthetic is red. If it's brown or smells burnt, your transmission is overheating. That's a $3,000 to $5,000 rebuild coming. Dealerships say transmission fluid needs changing every 30,000 miles. Owner's manuals say 60,000 to 100,000. Some say lifetime, which really means 150,000. They charge $200 to $300 for a flush. If your fluid is still red and at the right level, you don't need it. I check mine every 3 months on vehicles with dipsticks. Takes 1 minute. Shops charge $29.99. Here's what this actually costs you. Let me add this up because it's insane. Engine oil check, $29.99. You do it in 30 seconds. Coolant check, $29.99. You look at a see-through tank for 10 seconds. Brake fluid check, $29.99. Another 10 seconds. Power steering check, $29.99. 10 seconds. Washer fluid top off, $10. Pour $4 of fluid for 30 seconds. Transmission check, $29.99. 1 minute with engine running. Total per visit, $159.94. They say check these every 3 months. That's 4 times a year. Times $159.94 equals $639.76 annually. Over 10 years of ownership, that's $6,397.60 for checks you can do in 5 minutes total. Now let's say you catch one problem early by checking monthly. Maybe you notice coolant dropping and find a $40 hose leak before it becomes a $1,200 head gasket. Or you spot brown transmission fluid at $90,000 and change it for $150 before it becomes a $4,000 rebuild. You just save thousands by spending 5 minutes a month looking at color-coded reservoirs. Your car was designed for you to check this stuff. The caps are bright colors. The tanks are see-through. Your owner's manual has diagrams. This isn't mechanic knowledge. This is basic ownership. If you've never checked your own fluids, today's the day you start. It's that simple. Once you know where to look, you'll never pay for these inspections again. I've been doing this for a long time, and I've never once paid someone to pop my hood and stare at see-through tanks with IMIN and MAX lines printed on the side. Not once. And neither should you. The industry counts on you not knowing how simple this is, and I get it. Most people don't want to venture into something they are not comfortable with. But this is your hard-earned money, and every one of these checks could save you thousands. Now you know, I put together a free downloadable guide in the description. Photos showing where each reservoir is on the 10 most popular vehicles: Honda Civic, Toyota Camry, Ford F-150, Chevy Silverado, all of them. Chart showing what color each fluid should be and what schedule to check them. Print it. Keep it in your garage. Use it monthly. If this just saved you $640 a year, subscribe to True Cost Auto. We post every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern. This is True Cost Auto, where we show you what mechanics charge hundreds for that you can do in minutes. See you in the next one.